What's up, y'all?
What up, peeps?
Y'all ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
That was the most bootleg cracking ever. Right? Like, I feel like my cracks get worse and worse. Can you please? Who is texting?
That's the homie.
Oh, my gosh. It's been like 10 texts in a row.
It's the homie.
I mean, but do he have all that to say?
Yeah.
Are you that type of a texter?
Look,
where you type a sentence and then hit send and then type
sending,
another sentence.
He sends one word,
like,
and then a sentence, and
bruh,
then one
that
word.
would drive me insane.
It's funny.
Just give me all the information in one text.
And I've told him too. I type like paragraph. If you look at our text thread,
you'll do like paragraph and then like space.
Oops.
And
look at this. So look. These are mine, the blue ones.
Yeah.
See how they're like long? His is like these little.
They're like little short, like, but why? For why? Oh my gosh. Are you guys that type of texter?
Funny.
Which one are you? Let us know.
It's hilarious.
Anyway, welcome.
Yes.
Or welcome back to the Let's Make Out podcast, where we make out all things what?
Love, life, and laughter.
That's right. I'm your host, Gabrielle, joined by my handsome husband and
Chad.
You couldn't even let me finish what I was saying.
Sorry.
But do you feel better saying your name like that? Does it feel good? Because it don't feel good to me.
It didn't feel good to you?
No, because you cut me off.
My bad. Go ahead.
I guess that's what I get for years of cutting you off.
Start over. No,
I'm not starting over. Welcome to the podcast, okay? How y'all doing?
Were you about to say something sweet about me?
If this is your first time listening, you can watch us on YouTube. So if you want to put a face with the voices, come on over and watch us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, go on over and listen to us on your podcast app.
The same time. Try to see if you can sync them up. Okay? Or if you like an echo, then just do it slightly after each other and you'll have an echo.
So anyway.
How y'all doing?
But before we get into that, why don't we cue the music?
Let's cue the music.
So we don't forget.
I know, right? Because we about to forget.
Because we be struggling.
Oh, man. It was so quiet.
Ugh, my coffee is cold.
I feel like
welcome. Or that's not what I normally say.
Yeah, I feel like.
Dang, what do I normally say when that happens?
All right. Yes, exactly. So I feel like now that, so if you're not following us on Instagram, then you should, at Gabe Flowers, at CRader12, and TikTok is at Gabe Flowers 2. You need to come and check us out because every Friday we do a dance.
Whoever stole my name.
I know, right? Hater. Hater. Hey. Sneakish haters.
What you just say?
Sneakish haters.
Oh, I thought you said niggas is haters. I was about to say, what? Because I thought ain't that the word? Niggas haters. Is that not the word?
I think it's sneakish haters, but I say sneakish haters. But that could be the edited version, sneakish haters. Could be the edited version. Remember, I listened to the edited versions.
I mean, I knew you wouldn't have said niggas.
I know,
but it caught me off guard because I was like, ain't the words niggas
But
haters?
I think it's sneakish haters because that's the version I listened to.
Edited version. Oh.
But it could be the other. It could for the real version.
It could be, yeah, or maybe I just added the niggas in there.
Said the other thing.
Did y'all hear? Did you get caught off guard like I got caught off guard?
But isn't this But in the song called
Is that niggas
in Words in Paris?
No, that's not the Niggas in Paris song, is it?
I could have
Hater. No, it's called Hater. Why are we struggling with life here?
Because that album's old. We're trying to figure out. You know
that album was bomb.
Jay and Kanye.
Can y'all get y'all life together? We'll probably never ever get another collab from them, but that album I love.
Well, if Kanye could get his life together.
And I was really mad that I didn't get to go to the tour. Like, that was one concert that I did not see, and I was mad about it. I saw JT and Justin. Jay and JT. I saw
Bay and J twice.
J and B. Like,
J and
but
Bay.
I didn't get to see
J and Bay.
J and Yay.
Yeah.
And did y'all see Jay and Yay? How was the Watch the Throne tour?
I know.
10 years later. Was it 10 years? I wonder when. It wasn't 10 years, but when did that?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I would ask Alexa, but she probably don't know.
And she would start talking about.
She would be talking about everything.
She'd tell us
else.
how to make barbecue sauce or something. Like, what? Ask you.
Barbecue sauce.
Chilies and baby back ribs.
I want my baby back. Baby.
Baby back ribs.
You know what? I used to love Chili's Southwest egg rolls. That was literally all I would ever get at Chili's was their Southwest.
Gabriel loves some chicken egg rolls.
I do.
And a chicken wrap.
I really, really do.
From Applebee's.
From Applebee's, that's my one order. I get the chicken wrap with fries, dip them in the little sauce. And yeah, you're going to make me go get me some Southwest egg rolls today from Chili's. That's literally the only thing that's memorable.
I can listen and watch you say Southwest egg rolls.
Why?
Say it again.
Southwest egg rolls.
Ooh, girl. Woo! Woo!
Is that how I turn you on?
Yeah, girl.
Southwest egg rolls.
Whoa! Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We got 3 sponsors. I'm gonna read them real quick, and we're getting off here. What?
Also, shout out to our sponsors.
Yes.
We have 3 lovely sponsors for you guys today.
And I'm about to tell you about the first one.
Dang! But you've been throwing these sponsors in so quick. Can I get a good introduction in?
Get a good one in, sweetie.
I'm done.
Yes, cool.
I feel like while you read about the sponsor, I'm finna go warm up my coffee.
Do it,
I'll be back.
Do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. All right, y'all. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our first sponsor, which is Little Spoon. Okay? So what Little Spoon is, it's a one-stop shop for healthy, easy mealtime and snack time for your baby, toddler, or your big kid, delivered right to your door. Little Spoon makes healthy mealtime easy at every stage, saving hours in your week and all at a reasonable price. There's also the most flexible company. So basically, they're super flexible, meaning you can pause, modify, cancel, or skip at any time, which is a really useful tool to be able to do with a company. So Little Spoon makes everything fresh and uses absolutely nothing artificial. It's just like homemade, all delivered to your door and ready in seconds. Pop your meals in the fridge or freezer and use them when you're ready. It's just that easy. All of the recipes taste absolutely delicious. They're nutritionally balanced and free of junk, helping to set your little one up for a lifetime of health. Seriously, we've tried some of these different meals, like the mac and cheese. That's the other one. I can't think of the other one. I can't think of the other name right now. And then they have these smoothies as well. And Reagan kills these smoothies, and they both like the mac and cheese as well, but it's got like veggies hidden in it as well. Very good. So look, the best part is, the best price. So the best part is the price is right, y'all. With the kids meals under $5 and baby food plus smoothie snacks under $3, it makes trying Little Spoon easy. So we want you to check Little Spoon out. You can get 50% off your first order with the code LMO50 at checkout. Again, enter code LMO50 at checkout to get 50% off your first Little Spoon order. So, if you tried these before, let us know. If you've not, then give it a shot and then let us know what you think. All right, so the beautiful lady is back.
I am.
She has hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
My hot wife is back with her hot coffee.
Steaming like Willie Beeman. I don't know if you can see that.
I keep the ladies. I'm not saying it.
Don't do that.
Not saying it.
Because you don't keep no ladies doing that.
Well, I do. You're the lady that I do.
Lady. Singular.
I keep the lady.
Not plural.
But yeah, so, Jinx, Gabriel.
All right, so what has been happening this past couple of weeks since we've talked to you?
What has been happening?
Big things have happened since the last time we've talked to you, you guys.
Wow.
Big things.
They have.
I'm blinking my eyes really heavily right now. If you're listening, you can't see that, but
I mean, you think I can hear it if you get really close?
ASMR on my eye blink. I don't think eye blinks make noise. If you make noise when you blink your eye, something is wrong.
Something's wrong.
Something wrong.
If your eyelid mechanical, then we got questions.
Something ain't right, okay? We got all the questions.
All the questions.
Okay, so Where do we start? So we had the meeting. As in the house meeting. As in the one that was supposed to be in September but came up last week.
Yes. The end of July.
Literally the end of July.
Jeez, it's crazy.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
So, anybody want to guess what we decided?
Yeah.
Well, clearly, if you're looking at me, you can tell what I decided.
Yeah.
Because I'm still upset about it.
Yeah, but
we had to make the decision. Literally, so we had the meeting. We built out everything. She had already like sent us a preliminary, but then like we had the meeting where we sat down and went through every single thing. What would we want? How do we want it? What level this? Blah, 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 blah. We got the final price, picked the lot. And she was like, okay, so I expect, to get to you guys probably, by the weekend or next week. There were 2 families in front of us, which is quick because we were 15 on the list. How she got to us that quick?
That means not all 15 got a house.
Absolutely not. Yeah, there were a couple people that had backed out before. Well, multiple people that had backed out before us. So she calls. And I just literally, like, that was the hardest decision I've ever had to make, I feel like. For whatever reason, it was so difficult for me to say, no, this just isn't right.
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of factors.
So
I mean, for one, we love our house. We're in a great area.
We've talked about this a million
times.
We're not going to go into all of that.
but one of the factors is that, shout out to my, my Philly folks, that John was overpriced. Okay? That mug was, I've always looked for reasons to use that word. I love that word. But
you used it right too. Good job.
Thank you, sweet. But yeah, it's like, it was hard to justify building a house that is technically smaller than our house, square footage wise.
It is.
It's
just
smaller.
The layout is different.
The layout is
so
different.
It looks bigger.
Yeah, so it looks bigger. So it was very hard to justify that and spend. And then in turn having one of the most expensive houses in the neighborhood, which I don't want my house to drive up the prices or hope that it drives up the prices. I want my house to get drove up because the other houses maybe.
Right. So here's the thing. We would not have had the most expensive house on the block. The whole new portion, like that whole new street.
I meant division, not block. I meant division.
In the division, the whole new street would have higher priced houses than the rest of the houses in the subdivision.
Yeah. And some by a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, it was tough. Literally, I sobbed, like bawled making that decision. I couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me because in my mind, I know that my goal is to be debt free. But it just hurt. And I still can't really put my finger on it. You know what? I can't put my finger on it because I had therapy last week. My therapist took the month of July off. And when I tell you I needed her in July more than I had needed her this whole year, and she was off.
She don't get more
living her best life. But I think when I was processing it with her, to me it felt like I have done all of this work and this hard work. Like I feel like I have nothing to show for everything that has been done or that God has blessed me with. It's like, what do I have to show for that? I'm not driving a fancy car. I'm not living in a big fancy house. And then it's like, she was like, but you have a life that you've designed where you have the freedom to take a trip when you want to take a trip, to be there for your mother, to support her while she's going through your cancer journey. She was like, I have so many clients that are stressing out trying to fill out FMLA applications because they need the time for medical reasons or for whatever. But she was like, your lifestyle is a reflection of your hard work already. Like it doesn't need to be tied to material things. look at the life that you've created and that you have built for yourself, and the opportunities that you have to be flexible, to help out family when they need it, to travel, to, you know, buy a bag if you want, to do whatever. She was like, it doesn't, just because you're not, you know, living in this big fancy house doesn't mean that you're not successful or that you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, it was almost always what I've already known. Like, I feel like when you see people constantly building new houses, like that's the thing right now. Everybody's building their dream house and buying their dream house. You feel like that's what you have to do next, you know? And it's like, but that's not really what I'm out here for. Like, I'm trying to pay off this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have.
And if we buy another house, we really have always talked about buying somewhere warm, like somewhere nice where it could be our summer home, but then also can be a Airbnb property.
Right.
Or, so look out for that. We're going to have an Airbnb property for y'all.
So funny. So she challenged me to come up with something to remind myself when I start to feel like, oh, did I make the right decision, or have that, you know, just that feeling that what did I tell you? Dang, I lost it. I'm not chasing.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
I'm not chasing flashy. I'm chasing freedom.
Yes.
So that is my reminder to myself that I'm not chasing flashy. I'm chasing freedom. And that's not to say that people who are out here building houses and getting their dream houses are doing it because they're being flashy. I feel like for me, it was more of like this is a success. Like, this is a marker of success that I'd be able to check off because we upgraded our house. But we don't really need more space. We don't have 4 and 5 children where we are running out of bedrooms. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's literally no reason. Like, my marker of success is being debt free.
And having,
honestly,
and having retirement accounts set up.
Yeah, college funds set up.
A property somewhere where we're making money off of it. Multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
Like, we'd rather let our money make money for us versus, you know, a new house is not an asset.
Us living in Indianapolis.
I mean, it's an asset,
but it could be. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching somebody, you know, they were talking about buying another house that, you know, has another unit in it that they could use, but they also live in a place where Airbnb or having people rent out a piece of their house is like normal. You see what I'm saying? Like in Indianapolis, like me buying that almost $1 million house would only be for us to live in it. It ain't generating no income anywhere. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would I do that?
Exactly.
I could have a couple different properties that's going to make us some money versus, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to take on the debt, and then I saw this quote, it was talking about let your debt be an investment, like an income generating investment, like not just to be in debt. Like what is it going to bring you? You know what I'm saying? So it's a shift in the mindset. It was a very, very difficult decision for me to make. And I appreciate all of y'all listening to us talk about this a million different times. And all of the like suggestions and the encouragement and the tips, like people who have built their house, who haven't, you know, I really appreciate all the comments because it was really a tough decision for me. I think once I pinpointed the back reason as to why I wanted it, it was like, it's not really worth it. I like looking at my money in the bank.
I think that's what it came down to is like we really like having the freedom to, if we want to go spend 2 weeks, we were talking about this, if we want to go spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks in Jamaica or Florida or just like in another place, we could do that. Like, you know, I mean, kids in school.
Kids are in school now.
But like, what I mean is, it's not
having the freedom.
We have the freedom to go and do that. We could do that, and we really love. And then we're another big factor too is like we like to travel. We're always on the go. We're always doing something. Like, so there's parts of our house that we haven't even used. Yeah. So why do we need something else? Like, is that where we want to put our money to? Like something we're not necessarily going to use. And so we know it was the right decision,
but it was tough.
But it was a tough decision because, tough. You know, you want it. I mean, here's the thing. Majority of the time, I feel like you want things that you probably don't need. Yeah. Right. So it was one of those things where we really wanted it. Yeah. but the need wasn't there.
It could have been a little less harder of a pill to swallow if we were committed to getting rid of this house.
Yeah, see that
you know
too.
what I'm saying? That was a big factor too.
We didn't want to sell this house.
We really don't want to sell this house because we honestly love our house. So yeah, it was difficult, but I feel good now. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna say that, next month I'll probably look at Babe and say I want a new house. I think it's going to be an ongoing thing for me. And we do have one more opportunity because there is one more subdivision where they haven't released the lots yet. And I don't know when that'll happen. But yeah, we probably still will be like, is it worth it?
Yeah, I think I feel the same.
Yeah.
My thing is, we were talking about this too, is like, what is a building a dream home? Like, dream home, I feel like includes more than just the look of the home, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like it also includes the location, right? It also includes like when I build a dream home, I feel like that's where I want to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, do we know we want to stay in Indiana? Like, right. Do we, there's always the questions of us wanting to move to a warmer location at some point in our lives. We don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know what God's got for us there. But at the same time, we did a really good job of sitting back and talking about the pros and the cons and removing the we could factor,
just because you can,
because we were pre-approved. In order to get to even
the money is there.
Yeah, in order to get to the meeting, we had to get pre-approval. So we got pre-approved for even more than what the house would have cost.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything, because it's like, until you have to put the money,
I'm telling you, that deposit, that was a big thing.
Yeah, 10%. 10% of the whole house.
What?
Yeah.
If we probably would have built the house if I could have only put $10K, $15K down.
I don't think so.
I think so. I feel like that would have been a easier. It probably would have been easier for us to jump into. It wouldn't have been such a sting, and I think that was a big sting. Plus all the other factors, I was like, no.
I'm still not sure that you would have
bit the bullet
because again, we've done really good in our marriage and always, as we've grown in our finances, of keeping the big picture there, right?
Yeah.
So we know what our goal is. That doesn't mean we're perfect. We'd be shopping too much. We'd be eating out too much, but
I swear,
it never changes the end goal.
Yeah.
Right? The end goal is always there, and anything that deviates us from that is not something that we are going to have an easy time accepting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And having a house that costs 2 to 3 times more in mortgage per month, sure, we could do it, but it takes money away from
the other stuff,
those other goals that we want to do.
Yeah.
And those things are just hard to give up. Mm-hmm. And so, so that's why I think, our decision will probably end up being the same, even with this new. But who knows? I mean, we're going to continue to pray about it, and we know that I trust that God has given us signs in each time.
Yeah, I feel like we already kind of knew.
Yeah.
The answer, but
you have to. I think you have to trust your instinct and a lot on your gut. And I truly believe that a lot of times your gut is maybe God giving you, because I don't hear audibly from God. That's not my thing. But I get feelings and I get gut feelings.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I have to just kind of trust, that that's what God's telling me. He's giving me a feeling that either it feels good or it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah. So,
because you kept saying that. He was like, I just don't feel like if this is it would feel this hard. If this it shouldn't feel this. It shouldn't be.
And I was torn.
Yeah.
So I'm torn as the husband that wants his wife to have everything that she wants and wants her to be, happy beyond belief. It was a very hard decision for me. I
was like, babe.
I'm going to tell her what I feel, but it was hard for me to tell her what I felt because, the last thing I want to see my wife crying or, so it was very difficult for me to be like, this is what I feel.
Yeah.
I'm going to, but it wasn't easy.
I know. I was like, babe, just remove me from the picture. Like, what do you want?
But I was like, I can't remove you.
What is your thoughts about this? Don't consider me. Don't think about what you think. What are your thoughts about it? And
what's that song? Consider Me.
I have no idea.
Consider Me.
Oh, is that Consider Me?
Yeah, that song.
I don't know.
Won't you consider me? Whatever, I don't know. Oh yeah.
Anyway, so that is the final update on the house situation for now.
Final house update.
We just gonna do the darn thing here.
Do the darn thing.
Do the darn thing. We already got a quote for the master bathroom to finish up the basement and put a bathroom down there, and we held off on that because we weren't sure what we were gonna do. But I think we'll probably tackle that next year.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get some pavement extended.
On the driveway.
Because like I don't know why houses do this. Where y'all live, do houses do this? Where if you've got a 3-car garage, does your pavement for your driveway
it's not a
does it angle and then go straight?
Like, why do you do that?
Why would you do that? So
I hate that little patch of grass.
So there's a house in our division where they actually extended the pavement straight. So I'm literally going to fill out the homeowner thing and say, hey, reference this house, and I'll put that address because they can't tell me no. It's already been done.
It's already been done.
So I'm going to do that because that way I can just pull the truck right in. This angle that I have to do. And I'm always running over the grass anyways because it's not big enough.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point?
So it's killing the grass right there in that little piece. Yeah. So then we want to get like a little, maybe a basketball court. Mm-hmm. So we'll just, like I said, we love our house. That's why we do. That's why if we wanted to get, like Gabriel said, if we wanted to get rid of this house,
it would have been an easier
decision. Yeah. But that's the problem. We don't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So do any of y'all struggle with that? The FOMO of, feeling like you're going to miss out on something big or feel like you have to do it to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. What are your markers of success is what I would love to know. Like,
yeah. Do you struggle with that? Because that's, I think we struggle with it. Well, I mean, social media has given everybody the ability to struggle with this stuff.
Absolutely. Because you're inundated with it. As soon as you open your phone.
Yeah.
Somebody else building a house.
Somebody else building a house. Somebody else doing it.
Yeah. It's like.
And you just have to learn how to be. Like, what I think the biggest thing, the most, I don't remember who said it, but it was somebody I follow on Instagram who said that you just have to learn how to be happy for them without including yourself in that. Like, it's just like literally like, you know what, that's awesome. I'm super excited for you guys, or even if you don't know them, but if you follow them, obviously you have some interest in them, right?
Right.
But like, I'm super excited for them. Instead of being like, I'm super excited for them. Ooh, I want a new house too, or I want this new thing too.
Right.
Like it shouldn't bring up these feelings of, ooh, I need that, or I want that now. And that's hard to do. I mean, that's literally hard to do because, I mean, because you can look on social media and see somebody buying a house, exotic car, going on an exotic vacation, the nicest new purse, nicest clothes. You can see in the same 30 minutes of sitting down, you could see somebody doing all of those things.
Yeah. And I often wonder, like, if we weren't influencers, if this was not the career that we had, would it feel the same to see these things? Like, and maybe you guys can help me with that. Like, for me, I'm looking at other influencers and other creators, and it can sometimes make me feel like, man, we must not be doing as well as them because we're not building this big house, or we're not doing, you know what I'm saying? Not even thinking of the things that we are doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I discredit all the things that we've done. And it's like, but I wonder if I wasn't a social media, person, like, would it feel the same? Because I don't feel like, like I have more personal friends and stuff like that on Facebook or whatever. But if I see them get a new house, or I see them, it doesn't make me feel, you know what I'm saying? It is an interesting concept.
It is. Well, because we know, as being social media influencers for as long as we've been doing this, like, we understand that big life events are really good opportunities to build your audience.
Absolutely.
Right. And so, and that's just,
it's content.
It's content, right? And that's just facts. I mean, think about, that's just life. Think about when you buy a brand new car, how many of your friends all of a sudden want to ride? You know what I mean? Like that never wanted to sit in your podunk car, but they want to be in your new car now. You know what I'm saying? So that's just life, though. When when something big happens, like buying a house, having a baby, those are two biggest ones that we've noticed. Then obviously people are attracted to that. They want to see the content, and that's a good thing, right? Because people are so interested, and we love that. But those are only things that you do every so often, right? So that's true. So in your head, though, us doing this for a living, it becomes it's a business as well, right? So you're thinking of ways to entertain the audience. Like, how do we give you content that you enjoy? And so we're like, ooh, we really want this house, but it also would be a great opportunity to...
Like it could be, part business expense because, this is our set and people want to see it and da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like...
Which is all truth.
It is all true, but y'all finna get this regular life that we living over here, okay? Like, you finna get this debt-free lifestyle that we're going to have very, very soon, okay?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, so...
Absolutely. So anyway,
that was a very long tangent. I know y'all are probably really tired of hearing about us.
But maybe they're not though.
Maybe you're not. Maybe that's just me projecting.
That's you projecting.
Because I'm just tired of talking about it.
So
on to the next thing.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about how Gabrielle has coped with this with our second sponsor.
If that wasn't the best segue ever, you already know what I'm about to say because I have been talking about them all this year, I feel like, and it is Noom Mood, you guys. It has been such a help for me to learn the tools to use to be able to combat anxiety, stress, worry, because I feel like a lot of this year has been full of that for me. Like, it's just been one thing after another, and I will have to say that using Noom Mood has definitely helped shift my perspective on certain things. So if you guys have not heard me talk about this before, like, we're all going through some type of a stress at some point in our days, like stress, anxiety, the thoughts that we have, and it's just important for us to learn how to tackle the stress. So you feel empowered. You can take on whatever life brings your way. So with Noom Mood, you will take that journey to mental wellness one step at a time. Their guided approach, it teaches you the power of shifting your mindset in just a few minutes a day. So I love it because, as I said, like, this is probably my favorite thing about it. Like, you can do it on your own time. Like, you don't feel left behind if you go a day or a week or a couple of weeks without picking it up. When you pick it up, you pick back up, like, right where you left off. You don't have to feel rushed. It doesn't take long, maybe like 10 minutes a day. If that, it has a lot of different like articles and like kind of quizzes. Like, you'll read it, how to give you quizzes to make sure that you are comprehending what you read, and then every week it gives you a different strategy. So you get to add these toolboxes to these tools to your toolbox. Like, at the end of the week, you can decide, you know what, this is going to work for me. Let me add it to my toolbox. Or you can be like, okay, it's good to know, but I probably won't use it. And then you'll just go on to the next thing. So it has definitely helped me feel a little bit less stressed in those times. So it is backed by science. The lessons are based on psychological principles that teach you about your relationship with stress and anxiety. It holds your hand, the daily curriculum, like it's a check, like it checks off, you know exactly what to do. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I've talked about this so many times before, and I hope that you guys really take me up on this offer and try it, because I keep telling Babe, I'm like, babe, you need to be using this bad boy, okay? Like, you need to be using. He don't even be listening to me. So yeah, all you need is 10 minutes a day, and it's an app, so you can use it anytime, anywhere. So worry less and feel happier. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/LMO. That's Noom, NOOM.com/LMO. Get the trial, check it out. If anybody has taken advantage of this, please let me know, like, what your thoughts are and how it worked for you, because I am such a fan. So it's noom.com/LMO.
There you go. But yeah, so
what else has happened? Because I feel like the house conversation was only supposed to be like 5 minutes, and it went on forever. Oh, we recently took an impromptu road trip.
Yes. So yes, we took a road trip to go to Nashville.
Oh yeah, we did take that one.
Yeah, so we were working with Nashville, and so we got to go down to Nashville, and even took TT Kelly along with us, and had a great time. Just a super good time.
Stayed at the Gaylord Opryland.
Yeah, which if you haven't been in there in the last 2 to 3 years, they didn't have the water park. Or 2 to 4 years, I think, or something like that. But so yeah, the water park was dope. We had a great time at the water park. Food was good. We just had a good time. And then so that one was planned to be a road trip.
Yes.
Right? Because
Nashville's only like 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours, and I was working with a company, so we drove a new truck down there, so it made sense. Well, fast forward, we're getting ready to go to Iowa for a trip. And we get to the airport, and we sit down, eat some McDonald's, some high quality, healthy McDonald's.
I had Nature's Table.
She had Nature's Table. I did too, actually.
The kids have McDonald's.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to get on the plane, and it's delayed because the flight from Chicago got delayed because of the storms in Chicago. Well, we find out that if we get to Chicago, we're going to miss our connecting flight. And getting to Iowa.
Getting to Dyersville, Iowa.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why we were going there in a minute. But, getting to that specific location
was not easy.
It was not easy. And if we would have flown, we could have missed the time we needed to be there. So, we was like, I guess we can drive. It's like 6 hours. Yeah. So, by the time we finally got our bags, they didn't put our bags on the plane. Then they set them on the tarmac for all of an hour and a half.
We just sat there.
We just watched our bags. Just
People
sitting
was
there.
just walking by.
Just like, what are these bags doing here?
Can somebody take them to the baggage claim, please?
Yeah. So finally, bags make it to the baggage claim. We get them, and it's like 9:30, I think, at this point. And we hop in the truck and
start
driving. So I was tired at this point, so we drove to Champaign, Illinois, which is about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I got about 2 hours down the road. We stopped at a hotel, spent the night, and woke up the next morning and finished off the road trip. So
our event started at 4.
So we had to get there.
We had to, yeah.
And so, and thankfully, she was able to call and get full refund for our flights, because the mugs were not cheap.
Listen, not only is getting to Dyersville hard, just finding, adequate flights, but that jaunt was expensive, like expensive. And thank goodness I paid a little extra money to have full refundable flights. It was like $100 each per person. So
they didn't even question it.
So I called, because I was like, listen, you have to talk to the lady when they say it's delayed. Like, you have to catch him before the flight comes in. I was like, look, can we just cancel this? We just gonna drive. And she was just like, are you sure you don't want to get rerouted? I'm like, nope, I'm trying to get my money back. Like, we can drive. It's fine. So we got a full refund for our tickets. Yes. Praise God. And yeah, we drove.
Yes.
Well, Babe drove.
Yeah, I drove. But it was good because that was the first road trip. Well, I mean, we took my truck to Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is
that was like
road trip.
First long.
This was a nice. I mean, I tell you what, the route there was beautiful. We went 74 the whole way, and it's like nothing but like farms and cornfields and stuff. So literally, it's just like greenery the whole way. So it was beautiful, a beautiful road trip as far as not a lot of traffic, not a lot of delays.
Yeah.
But the reason we were going to Dyersville, if any of you are Kevin Costner fans, and have seen the movie Field of Dreams, then we actually were invited out for some work with a brand at the Field of Dreams game. So we got to go to like the house, the field. We got to walk through the cornfields.
Yeah, it was so
right
cool.
where the Ghost players came out. If you've seen the movie, to go over to the big field that they built for the actual games.
It was pretty cool.
It was a really cool experience. It was a lot cooler of an experience than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Just a really cool experience. And so we had a good time. We watched the minor league teams play. And then we that next morning got up and and drove the 6 hours back.
We had a couple meetings. We did virtual. Well, I had my therapy appointment, so I did that. And they went to swim in the pool, and then
we had a call with our
budget coach.
Like we got work done. We made it happen, but we really fun trip. I mean, but it was definitely an impromptu road trip. We was not planning on driving.
It was not supposed to be.
We were supposed to drive like an hour and a half at most, maybe.
Yeah. No, because I booked the flight straight into.
Oh, so we were gonna fly. Yeah, maybe drive like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But
so that's what it was. I am road tripped out. Even though we have another road trip coming up in September, I am like,
yeah, it's a work road trip. So all three of them actually been work road trips.
They have been, because you got to pay me to ride in this car, okay? Because I just don't like it. Like, literally.
And the truck's comfy though. Truck cruises.
It is pretty comfortable, but I just if it's over 4 minutes, I mean
over 4 minutes. If it's over 4 minutes, she's like, nope.
If it's over 4 hours, I am at my
By the time we get from our house to church, she's like, woo, that was too long. Thank you, Jesus, for the church being here. I'm like, girl, it's been 4 minutes.
So that's all the like eventful things. Mom finally went home.
Yes,
that was a big event.
That was a big event.
She has been going between Nana's house and our house since her surgery. So like a full month of her splitting the time between our house and Nana's house, because she couldn't be at home by herself. So, or there with Gracie. So that was y'all. That was a lot. When I tell you that it was a lot.
Here's the thing: we love our parents, we love Mama, but sometimes you just want your space back. You know what I mean? Sometimes because what happens is, like, if we're supposed to help care for someone, well, then we're gonna do that, and then what it does is then it throws off everything else. Like, we still got to work, we still got to shoot content, we still got to answer emails, like. Work. We still got full-time
life,
full-time
kid activities, like just all the things.
Exactly. And so when you add 2 more people into the mix, it changes things. And so so it's just it's good for lots of reasons, but most importantly that means that she's at a place where she can start she's mending well, healing well, and she can start doing things herself, which I know that she wants to as well.
Right,
so,
she was ready to go.
So that's a positive thing in that way too. So she can get back in her own space, and but yeah. So that was a big thing. What else?
Big thing. I feel like those were the 3 big things.
Yeah, Chad and I are still Taekwondo's still going good. We're still we are right now. We've got 2 tips, our blue tip and our green tip. And you need 5 tips total to test. So right now we're on track to test in September for our green stripe, our yellow belt with a green stripe.
Oh, okay. And then from there you get the green. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So
got it.
As of right now, we're progressing. By March of next year, we should potentially be testing for our blue belts, which would then put us at those are the senior level belts, blue and up.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
So come March of next year, we should be testing for our blue, and then things will get much more difficult.
Yeah.
When it comes to forms and things of that sort, because it's senior level. Yeah. But Chad's killing it. Like he's
still enjoying it.
He's still enjoying it. Sometimes he's like, "Can I just take tonight off so I can play with my friends?" Still, I'm like, "No, buddy.
Make the commitment.
We gotta go." It's not that he doesn't want to go. He just doesn't want to stop playing with his friends.
Right.
But that's kids. I get that.
Yeah.
But that's going good. I don't know. Did I ever give an update about Ironman?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't think that I did. You all
right?
I
feel like you did. Yes, please. All
right. See y'all later.
Pinch my back.
Get naked, girl. Back rub happening.
You know what?
Okay.
I feel like you did give an update on Ironman, but I don't remember.
I don't know that I did. Maybe I did. Well, real quick recap. So basically, wasn't training. Didn't have the motivation to train. It was identified by her therapist that maybe I was still grieving.
Yeah, I feel like we did talk about that.
Yeah. Not completing Ironman Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So I pushed it from my birthday to October. And so needless to say, I haven't been training It took the break off, and that's been a really big weight off of my shoulders. I've started running again. I've been working out, lifting weights now for a couple weeks. Starting to, so my goal, I think what I've decided, I've not said this, but I think that what I've decided and what I think I'm going to do is 2023 will be the year of Florida Ironmans.
Going back.
Yeah. So I just can't. You just can't
do it nowhere else. You just got to go back to Florida.
The type of person I am is that I have to complete the goal that I started, right? The mission was to complete Ironman Florida. That was where my first Ironman was supposed to be. And so and I did the swim. I just did more of the swim.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and do it. Like
you feel like in your mind, if you would have done the full somewhere else, it still wouldn't have felt.
It still would have counted.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have felt the way that I think it should feel. Because so now this gives me added motivation, like to go back and I want to cross the finish line in Florida. And by me taking a swim that's not in the ocean is succumbing to fear of the ocean. Is succumbing to what if the waters are choppy again. And I'm not gonna succumb to fear. Like I'm gonna make it happen.
God's not giving us the spirit of fear.
I
know that.
Exactly. 2 Timothy 1:7. So
you said Ironmans.
So the first Ironman will be a 70.3 Ironman Gulf Coast, which is a half Ironman. It's in Panama City Beach, same place, May 13th, 2021. And that'll be a trip.
2023.
Sorry. Wow, 2023. That'll be just a weekend trip that Gabrielle and I will probably make. Just
May 23rd?
May 13th.
Oh. Did you just say the 13th?
13th.
And I heard the 23rd.
Maybe. 2023. Maybe I said 20. But yeah, the 13th.
Okay.
So we'll see. But that'll probably just end up being a trip that maybe just her and I take. Maybe because I don't know what day I'll have to be there. I have to figure that out.
Yes. We'll have to come right back because Mother's Day is the 14th. Got to see my babies on Mother's Day.
Yeah, I know. We'll come right back. Yeah, so that, and then November of next year, early November, probably be like the 3rd through the 6th. They haven't set the date yet. Back to Panama City Beach. So in essence, in May, I get a practice run of the full Ironman. I do. I swim in the same area. I get to see half the bike route, and I get to see half the run route. And so it's just a really. I talked to my coach, my old coach. He's not my coach currently right now, but he will be my coach once I start training. And he said that's like a super great idea. Like he's like that's.
Oh, did he? I don't think you told me that. Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't told you. He's like that's a great idea. He's like because he's like knowing you as long as I've known you now. Florida is something that you want. So if you get a chance to go and practice,
why not? Yeah.
Why not? That's amazing. So that's the plan as of now. I haven't officially signed up for any of those yet, but
yeah. Well, you just have to get your credits transferred. Is that, or do you have to re-sign it?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I might have to re-sign up, but I don't know yet. So I'm trying to figure it out. But that's the goal right now. That's the update on Ironman. But it's happening.
It's happening.
That's right.
Which means I got to get this surgery in December, so I could be out the way. So, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's why it's perfect timing for you to do that.
I know. Just get it done out the way. And so many of you have said get it done in December because all the compression garments that I'm have to wear, don't nobody want to do that in the summertime.
So it'd be perfect when it be back here in Indiana, it'd be cold.
Right. So, yeah. I'm still deciding. No, but anyway, we did book an Airbnb for all the time we would be there in December. So
that's right.
It's just getting the kids on board for spending the holidays elsewhere because we've never done that before. So it should be exciting.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
It'll be good, good Vlogmas content.
Vlogmas content, exactly. Pause. I was like, pause. She's like, what are you saying? Pause.
Right.
But yeah, so I think I want Gabrielle to. My thing is, I want her, if it's what she wants to get done.
What are you saying?
I want her to get it done. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have to wait. Like if so,
keep adjusting the lighting.
So she doesn't have to wait. So if December is when she wants to do it, let's make it happen. We found an Airbnb that would be fun. Like it literally has a pool table. Like I even think it has a foosball table. Like it's like a party house, man.
It does look like a party house.
But it's got plenty of room, plenty of TVs, places for us to just really be at home for the 3 weeks or so that we would need to be there, right? So for me, it's like she's got. Look, at this point, she's making it happen.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I paid my deposit though.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah, she had to hold that date.
It's happening. So. It's just the date of when it's happening.
Yeah. So she can change the date if she wants, but
one time. I only get one time to change the date. So, or else I have to like start over. So anyway,
yeah.
What's in your ear, Shotty? Let's do the what's in your ear segment. What's in your ear?
What's in my ear has been this book called Shaolin.
The one you was trying to listen to on the ride.
Man, I tell you, so this guy
not kid friendly.
It's not kid friendly. Well, normally it is kid friendly. I happened to get to the chapter that wasn't. So it's called American Shaolin by Matthew Pauly. So it's a book about this guy that he just really was at a impasse in his life. Is that right? The right word?
I have no idea.
He was basically at a point in his life where he was at a crossroad where he had to make a decision on what he wanted to do, and he had always wanted to learn about. He loved martial arts, and he always wanted to learn about the monks, and the kung fu from China, from the actual Shaolin monks. Some monks are kung fu masters. Some are just the meditators. They're the ones that just meditate.
I didn't realize there were kung fu monks.
Yes, monks are Shaolin. There's some that are trained as kung fu. Like you can go there and you'll see them training full out kung fu. And they're very skilled. And there's some that didn't pick that path, and they're just the people that meditate and mindfulness and stuff like that. Yeah,
like Jay Shetty.
Yes,
Jay
exactly.
Shetty.
He did the
Shetty.
Yes, Shetty.
Okay.
He did the path of just the meditation, mindfulness.
Yeah,
he didn't do the kung fu path.
Okay, got it.
So this guy goes to Shaolin, literally just books a flight, goes there, and says he wants to train to be a Shaolin monk, and so he pays like a certain amount of money each month to live there, and then start training. And so he starts telling stories. He's telling stories, and one of
his time there.
One of the stories was he was talking about telling them American jokes. American cuss words versus Chinese and like Mandarin cuss words and stuff, and it was not appropriate for children. But it was funny. American Shaolin. I'm listening to
you're listening to a few books, I feel like.
I started Tough by Terry Crews. Just interested in his book. So far it's been good. He's talking about his childhood. And then I've been actually starting to listen to my old triathlon podcast again. And what's it? I can't even think of his name.
Oh, the name of it?
Yeah. Be with Champions by Greg. I can't remember his last name right now. But yeah, so just where he talks to a bunch of different triathletes, like professional triathletes and stuff like that. So I started to, so the bug is still there. So it's just starting to, rev back up and just trying to take it slow. And that's why I've been running still. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now. And then
a bunch of country music. Baby on this country music,
I've been jamming.
Music kick.
I'm jamming. I listen to, like, on our date night.
When did you like country music?
I've always liked Rascal Flatts. I've always loved Rascal Flatts.
But you were never around here just listening to Rascal Flatts. I don't know what happened. I think since we went to the game and we saw Breland and Homeboy, I feel like you've been listening to country a lot more.
Yeah, I really like Breland.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Breland is actually
he's good.
He's a black country artist. It's young. He grew up in a Christian church where his dad is actually the minister of music. So Breland could sing like straight gospel if you wanted to. He's got that kind of voice. So he says his music is called cross country because he sometimes he'll rap on a song, he'll do R&B, or he'll sing country music.
I like him.
But I used to listen to country music a little bit more when I was in the Army because people I was around.
Oh yeah.
So I've always liked country music, but I love all music. I really love. I mean, you know me. I love all music.
We love it all.
So and you do too. So it's like I think that what I forgot about country music, like sometimes like like it's just relaxing.
Yeah.
Or it's like it's like upbeat. Kind of like just literally talks about nothing. But it's like,
a whole bunch of whiskey.
Yeah, a lot of whiskey. Country music, man, they be talking about whiskey all the time. But yeah, so, and it's funny too, it's like, it's like some of the songs too, is like Gabrielle will catch herself singing a couple songs because they're just catchy,
they are very catchy.
It's catchy and it's like just literally, music you can sit back and just relax to.
Yeah.
Like, but I still, like on our date night, I brought out a 90s R&B playlist.
Oh, it was such a good playlist, y'all.
And we were in the car.
What is the name of that playlist? It was
on Spotify, and we were sitting in the truck jamming.
Like all the hits.
Yeah. So ultimately, we just love music. I mean, music is just something we love. And I just love being able to like let the kids experience all kind of music. Like Reagan and Chad will sit here walking around singing, an R&B song, and then they'll jump to a rap song, and then they'll jump to
a Christian song,
and then to a country song.
Yeah.
Like I just love that they just get to experience, music,
the whole range of it. Yeah. So let's see what's been in my ear. I just finished listening to
Earwax.
That too. I just finished listening to Verity by Colleen Hoover.
You finished it?
I finished it, y'all. It is so good. Like,
it was fiction,
I'm
right?
officially on the Colleen Hoover train because she's very popular right now. All her books are like just everywhere you turn. Yeah, it's fiction. And it was so good. I haven't read a fiction book in a long time. Like, I've been on this self-help kick or these biographies, autobiographies. Sometimes you just need like an escape. So it was really good. I had started off reading it on my Kindle. Y'all, did I tell you I found my Kindle? I bought the new one because I had lost my Kindle, and then I found it like a week later. So now I have 2 Kindles.
Who will buy a Kindle?
I know, right? I might give the other one to my mama or something. If she gonna use it. Mama, would you use it? So I started reading it on the Kindle. That's where I was going with this. And I couldn't get into it. Like, I just really like listening to books, honestly. So I bought it on Audible and started listening to it, which is such a cool thing when you have a Kindle book and if you buy the audio book, it's like they sync up. So like wherever you stop reading, when I started listening to it, it took me right to that point. I was like, okay, Amazon, I see you. Anyway, that was random. So I listened to it, which I'm glad I did because like when you listen to a fiction book, like there are different, like they're different people, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll change their voice, you know what I'm saying? So you can really get into it. So yeah, that's what I was listening to. And now I've started reading It Ends With Us, which is another Colleen Hoover book, which I think they're going to turn into a movie. So I have actually started reading that on my Kindle. I would love to read that on the Kindle because I don't know, I just kind of want the feel of reading a book. Yeah. So
I try to keep one book too that I read.
That you actually read.
Because like I listen to, I may listen to book after book. I finish books. Chad was like, I just listened to a book that was 14 hours long and I finished it in a matter of like 2 weeks. And he was like, every time he'd see it, he's like 12 hours? And then he'd be like, 8 hours? 4 hours? He would be so blown away that I had only had that much left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I don't listen to music in the truck. I don't listen to music in the truck as much as I do in the house.
Yeah.
Like I'll throw music on the speaker.
That's true.
But in the truck though, sometimes I just throw on an audiobook and I'm just like, because you can get wrapped up in it and stuff like that. And
it's nice. I've been listening to audiobooks when I'm working out. It's been a minute since I've worked out to music. I'm either watching YouTube or I'm listening to an audiobook. Yeah.
Like sometimes I just want like something that I can like that stimulates you, like, you know, and listen to a book, you have to like listen. Whereas music, you can kind of zone out.
Yeah, you really do. So that's what's been in my ear. I have been listening to Beyonce Renaissance album.
Is it good?
So here's the thing. I'm a fan because I'm a Beyonce fan. But it is definitely different from anything she's ever done.
Really?
So you have to get past the fact that it's not typical Beyonce. But I feel like she got some hits on there. Like, them joints, they're really good. But I just haven't had a chance to listen over and over again. Like, it's one of those you have to keep listening to it. So, like, the popular songs, the ones that everybody's playing, I'm familiar with more.
Break my soul. Break my soul.
But I haven't listened to like the whole thing start to finish multiple times like normal. Like, I feel like by now I would have known her album frontwards and backwards, but I haven't just dedicated the time to listen to it. But I like the house music. I like the different, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really makes me think of Drake's album. I tried to listen to that and I kept waiting for the old Drake to drop. Like, I was just waiting for like one single of the old Drake, and I just didn't get it, and I was pissed off. So I've never listened to it again. But, you know, I'm a Beyonce fan, so I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna get it.
I'm excited about what's about to be in my ear.
Oh.
So Lil Weezy, Lil Wayne, for those who don't know him as Lil Weezy,
Babe's favorite rapper.
My favorite rapper, has announced he was doing a show with Drake and Nicki Minaj. It was the Young Money birthday party, like, or anniversary party or whatever. And he said officially the Carter 6.
I thought it was 5. It's 6?
No, his Carter 5 was the a million. Yeah.
It's been that long?
Yeah. Carter 6. Yes, that was Carter 5.
Wow.
So Carter 6 is officially on the way. There was a dispute with Birdman, and so that's when they were beefing, and basically Cash Money was holding the rights. They were like holding it up, and he was pissed. So now they're back together. They you know, they're friends, and so it's happening. I'm so excited for Carter 6 because I feel like Carter 6, Wayne, I feel like he recorded it years ago, so it's gonna be the Wayne coming off of Carter 5.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. Yeah. So hopefully they come out with the edited version. He always does.
Yeah.
So I can bump that, but that's exciting.
You know, it's so interesting. Like, I just feel like the older I've gotten, like, I was looking for the edited Renaissance version because Beyonce dropping a whole lot of cuss words in this, and it just, after a while, you just don't want to hear all of that. And I'm like, am I old, or is this maybe just a shift in my Christian? Like, I don't know what it is, but I just don't want to hear all of that. Like,
I don't need it to make the song better. Like for me, like, I can listen to the song without needing the cuss word. It doesn't make it better for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know.
To each his own. If you want to listen to it, do your thing. We don't care.
Sometimes,
but for us, it's like I don't need to hear it.
I just want an edited version.
Yeah. Plus, if I'm in the car with the kids,
I can't listen to it.
And I'm like, Chad, I think you'll like this song, buddy. I want to be able to have him hear the song
without all of that.
Exactly, because I'm not gonna let him hear the song if it's got a bunch of cuss words in it. Not that he doesn't hear that. He can't hear that somewhere, on the internet or in YouTube or something.
Right, but do we need to hear it in my car?
Exactly.
Like, no.
But yeah, so it's one of those things where But yeah, I'm excited about that.
So anyway.
But not as excited as our last sponsor, because that means the podcast is over.
I don't need you to be looking forward to the podcast being over, sweetheart. This is our one time every other week to sit down and have adult conversations with each other. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this, sweetie.
Are you looking at me crazy?
I ain't even looking at you. I'm looking at the people.
Yeah, but I bet you probably seeing me though. I bet you're looking at me though.
I know you see it. I know you see it.
Hey.
I need you to be ready.
I need you to be ready. Because you sound like you're not ready.
I need to blow my nose, y'all. Sorry, I have sounded stuffy all episode, and I've probably sniffed in your ear a million times, but I woke up this morning and my allergies chose violence, okay? They have been attacking me all day. And I'm just waiting on my allergy medicine to kick in, but it don't seem to be working.
All right, so last and final sponsor of this here podcast is Green Chef. So what is Green Chef, you ask? I'm glad you asked. They are a CCOF certified meal kit company Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals, Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences. So, variety and customization is like one of their like points of like why they feel they're, you know, so valuable to the consumer, and I would agree. And they do that by offering more customization than ever before with new organic and wild caught protein options. You can swap the protein in any meal that features chicken, beef, or salmon to suit your tastes, and they'll deliver the recipes tailored for you directly to your front door. So I think that's cool, because if you want a certain meal, but you know, say you just want it with a fish or something, or a salmon, then they'll switch it from the chicken maybe that was in it to the salmon. I think that's really cool. So, and for the first time ever, and for a limited time, they're offering Farm Fresh Selects, a premium collection of farm fresh flavors to elevate your summer evenings. Recipes include chimichurri beef and summer veggie salad, lemon butter salmon, and summer succotash, and beef tenderloin and garden couscous salad. So they got some. I bet you all of those are pretty fire. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that works for you, not the other way around. Time-saving recipes packed with fresh produce and vibrant flavors gives you more opportunities to get outside and make the most of sunny days before summer's in, because I feel like the summer is just rushing past. And sustainability. Green Chef is the only meal kit that is both carbon and plastic offset. They offset 100% of their carbon footprint, as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. So that's pretty good. So we want you to check them out if you've not. And the way you can do that is go to greenchef.com/LMO135 and use code LMO135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes, and your first box ships free. So again, go to greenchef.com/LMO135, use the code LMO135, and you can get $135 off across 5 boxes, and your first box ships free. So yeah, check them out. Pretty awesome. And we're excited about getting some meals here soon. And and chowing down. Yeah. So, well, y'all, we appreciate you.
We do.
We hope that you've enjoyed. I think this turned out to be a fun little podcast. I've enjoyed it.
Fun little podcast.
And hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. Hopefully, I think we asked a pretty good question. We would love to know what, you know, how do you deal with the wants versus the needs in life? You know, like, how do you deal with that? Does social media affect you the same way that it affects us? You know,
what are your markers of success?
Yeah, what are your markers of success? What makes you feel like you're successful? Because we just want to be successful.
We're already successful.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So, but
we love y'all.
Yes, we love y'all, and thanks so much for watching or listening or both. Let's Make Out Pod on Twitter. Let's Make Out Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we will talk to you.
And send those Ask Gabe and Babes in, you guys.
Yes.
Keep them coming, okay?
Yes.
We'll get to some next.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm happy with the finger right now, but not that finger, but. Send in your Ask Gabe and Babe to Let's Make Out Podcast at gmail.com. Hashtag Ask Gabe and Babe in the subject, so we know you want us to talk about it. I'm still waiting on some voice recordings. Y'all can email us voice recordings.
And we'll play your voice.
And we'll play your voice if you want us to play your voice. Like,
who doesn't want to hear their own voice?
I don't want to hear my own voice.
I love your voice.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. Right. We'll see you next time.